Hello, hello. Hi, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. So I thought we'll start with our reading tonight before we move on to our practice. So I'll just read out of my book today. I thought it was I thought it was a good reading. Approach the world like a child to experience wonder. Do you remember playing for hours with a simple object or toy when you were a child? Or finding ongoing delight in a particular picture or a specific piece of music? As young children, everything was potentially interesting. We were open to what we encountered, taking in the world with fascination and without judgment. We were deeply in touch with our sense of wonder. As we aged, we had to make decisions about our identity and our values, and while these processes were fruitful, they were often detrimental to the side of us that had such easy access to wonder. So how can we stay open today? How can we hold on to our childlike curiosity about the world? Today, try to approach what you see and whomever you meet with a sense of openness and wonder. So I know that I talk about this sometimes in yoga, right? That, finding that childlike curiosity and wonder with, certainly with our practices and our bodies. And, it's like if you think back to that time when you were, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5, and it was like, watch me, watch what I can do. It's kind of nice to find that today, right? To kind of find that today in our practice. So, right? Tammy, I agree. It's so, when you have young children in your life, especially when they're not yours, right? Like if you're a grandparent or an aunt or a great aunt or something, I think we get to experience incredible joy and wonder with them. It's different when you're a parent. There just seems to be a lot more responsibility, and I think that's why we have grandparents, right? Because they get to experience all the fun and the wonder. So anyway, with that being said, maybe tonight we can sort of dedicate our practice to our inner child and have a little fun and just move through it. So tonight you'll need a strap and a couple of blankets. We'll start by stretching out the feet a little bit. All right. So I feel like we haven't done this in a while, and we could have, but my memory is not great. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on all fours and tuck the toes under. And you want to make sure that all of the toes are touching on the mat. All right, and then we're going to sort of gently lean back. And however far you can go is how you're going to go. So for some of us, like right here might just be enough. Some of us might be able to sit all the way back, like you decide. And let's just breathe into this for a moment. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm not stretching as much as I usually do. And it could just be my perception, like maybe I am doing it, but I don't know. I just feel like there's these little kind of tight spots that aren't getting stretched. So particularly the feet, doing a lot of walking. Hang out. It's not going to be too much longer. Breathe through it. All right, we can hold 5, 4, okay, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, lean forward, bring the tops of the feet to the earth and just hit them out a little bit. Okay, nice. Doesn't that feel good? All right, let's find a seat. We're going to start seated. I like to create a little bit of height, so I'm going to sit on a blanket. I think it just makes it a little bit more comfortable. And seated however it works for you. So I know some of us are more comfortable sitting like this, and that's fine. Some of you might even be more comfortable in a chair or on the couch for right now. We're going to spend a little time seated, so you want to take a moment to get comfortable. Take this off. Now we're going to come into the breath. So if we can, you want to sit in a way that is comfortable, right? So that your spine is tall, you don't feel like slouched over, right? Sitting up nice and tall, maybe consciously just pressing the shoulders back a little bit, right? Maybe bringing that feeling attention to the center of the back, maybe bringing the feeling attention to the shoulder blades, and let's just squeeze the shoulder blades, and then release. And then squeeze, and this can be a gentle movement, or you could squeeze really hard. But maybe just a gentle movement to start, and then release. Nice, one more time. Let's just gently squeeze, feeling what that feels like to have the chest open, and then relax the squeeze, but see if you can maintain the openness in the chest. Bringing the arms into a comfortable position so that the shoulders are rotated out slightly. So I don't want things like this. Right? Just maybe like that. All right. Relax the belly and let's come into some deep breathing. If you can, you want to inhale through the nose. You want to take it down into the belly. You want to exhale everything. And as you exhale, feel yourself connected to the earth. So however you have chosen to sit, right? Whether you're on the floor, whether you're on your legs, whether you're on a chair, connect into those areas of your body that touch the earth. Nice deep breath. See if next time you inhale, you can bring it from the belly through the rib cage. Exhale everything. Remembering to sit up tall. Just imagine you want to create as much space as possible for the lungs. Next time you inhale, see if you can bring it from the belly, through the rib cage, into the upper chest. Exhale everything. Relax the face, the jaw, the back of the neck, the base of the skull. Beautiful. Let's inhale the arms up and exhale down. So as we inhale them up, palms are facing the sky. As we exhale down, palms are facing the earth. And just keep that going. Inhale up. As you exhale down, see if you can bring the arms just slightly behind the torso. Nice. Inhale up. Scoop it up. Again, as you exhale, just see if you can bring the arms slightly behind the torso. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. Again, up and down. This time as we come up, we're going to lean over to the left. Keep the arms wide, lean over to the left. Inhale to center, lean over to the right. Do that again. Inhale to center, lean over to the left. Nice. Inhale to center, lean over to the right. Inhale to center, release the hands down. Pausing here for a moment. So roll the shoulders back. All right, nice big circle. So bring them high up by the ears on the inhale. Push them back and release them down. Nice big circles. Super. And then roll them forward. I don't know about you, but when I roll them back, I hear that little like crunch, 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 crunch. All right. Bring them back to center. Push the shoulders down. Just push them down. At the same time, see if you can gently pull those shoulder blades together. Again, just opening up the chest area. Relax that and breathe. All right, let's bring our right hand to the floor and make sure that it's in line with the torso. So I don't want it in front, right? I want it like right in line with the torso on the earth. We're going to inhale the left arm up. As we inhale the left arm up, All right, the right shoulder drops and the right elbow bends. Again, that left hand, we don't really want it in front of us, the left arm in front of us. We want to make sure it's almost a little behind the head if possible. And then breathe into this, like sinking into the pose for a moment. Jaws relax, heads relax, whatever that means. Nice. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale to the earth. Again, in line with the torso or slightly behind. Inhale, right arm up. As we inhale the right arm up, left elbow bends, left shoulder drops. Oh, nice. Breathing into that. Head's comfortable. Inhale, right arm up. Release it down. Close the eyes and breathe for a moment. And just notice if that really accessible movement made a difference in the breath. We don't have to do a lot to change the breath, right? Just by paying attention to it, we change it. All right, let's stand up. All right, we're gonna move a little bit. So we're gonna stand up. We're gonna come to the front of our mats. Can you see me? I feel like, okay. Maybe I'll come off my mat. I don't know. All right. Okay. So starting in Tadasana, all right, bring the hands, let the palms find each other in front of the sternum, and just pause here for a moment, checking in with the body. Again, making sure that you're feeling nice and tall, all right? Maybe look over one side and make sure shoulders are over hips, hips are over knees, knees are over ankles. Tune into the feet. Let's just rock up onto our toes and down. Rock up onto the toes and down. Nice, let's do that a couple more times. Up onto the toes and down. One more time, up onto the toes, whoop, up onto the toes and down. Now, can you lift the toes and bring the weight back into the heels? Drop the toes back down. Lift the toes, bring the weight back into the heels. You can almost feel that core kick on. Drop the toes back down. One more time. Drop the weight into the heels, lift the toes up. Nice. All right. Hold here for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, lifting up towards the sky. Look at your hands. As we exhale and fold, we're going to bend the knees the first few times. Come on down. Inhale, lift the heart, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, palms together. Look at your hands. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, lift it up. Look at your hands. Dive in, bend the knees. Keep the knees bent first 2 times. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms up towards the sky. Look at your hands. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do it again. This time as we dive, we're going to keep the legs straight. Inhale. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive in. Legs straight this time. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. Release the hands down next to the body. We'll do a little side stretch here. All right. Inhale, left arm up. And as we exhale, we're going to exhale over towards the right. And maybe we even push that left hip out a little bit. So you can bend the knees to give you some movement here. And just breathe into the left side of the body. Sweep the left arm in front of you. Back down to the side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, over. Bend the knees a little bit. Push that right hip out. Nice. Breathing here. On your next exhale, just sweep that right arm down. Coming back to center. Hands find each other in front of the heart again. Inhale. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, diving in. Inhale, lift the heart. As we exhale, we're going to step the right leg back. Nice wide step. All right. Go ahead and drop the right knee. Drop the hips down. And let's bring the hips back, straightening the left leg. So bend. Nice. And straighten. And bend. Oh, and straighten. Couple more times. Nice. Okay, let's keep the hips dropped down. Bring the torso up. All right, hips are still down. All right, nice little stretch into that right front hip. Breathing here for a moment. Find a focal point, something that's not moving. Bring the torso back to center. All right. Pull the tailbone long. Inhale the arms up. Drop the shoulders, right? And then maybe we lift the chin, the eyes, the chest, reaching towards the sky from the center of the chest, all right? Nice, beautiful. On your next exhale, bring the head and eyes back to center, arms down. Go ahead and plant the hands on either side of that front left foot. Tuck the right toes under. And let's hang out in a low lunge for a little bit. And just rock here on those back right toes. All right? Rock, rock. And then at the count of 3, we're going to bring that right foot forward. 1, 2, 3. Step forward, fold, arms up on an inhale. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, lifting up, reaching towards the sky. Exhale, diving in. Inhale, lift the heart. Now this time as we exhale, we're going to step the left leg back. Nice wide stance. Drop the left knee. Maybe the top of the left foot comes to the earth, okay? And we're going to bend into this and then straighten the right leg. And bend in and straighten. Doing this a few times. Weight is on the legs, not so much onto the hands. And then go ahead and bring it forward. Drop those hips down. Keep them down. Bring the torso up. Oh, feel that stretch? Nice. Again, focus on something that's not moving. Bring the torso back to center. Bring the tailbone long by zipping up that low belly. Inhale the arms up. Make sure the shoulders are dropped down into the shoulder socket. And then when you feel comfortable, lift the eyes, the chin, the head, the chest. Reaching towards the sky with the front of the chest. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, head back to center, arms down. Plant the hands on either side of that front foot, tuck the left toes under, and let's rock in the low lunge here. Couple more times. At the count of 3, we'll step it forward. 1, 2, 3. Step forward, fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice, let's keep moving. Inhale, exhale, push it down. Inhale, lift it up. Dive in on the exhale. Lift the heart on the inhale. As we exhale, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to step the left foot back. We're going to rotate that left foot so she's down on the earth. Bend the front right knee and windmill it up into warrior 2. All right, hang out here for a moment. Breathing. Nice deep breaths. And, you know, again, tuning into where you're touching the earth. So that front foot is, you know, completely firmly on the earth. Is the back foot completely firmly on the earth? Sometimes we have a tendency to roll to the inside of the foot. So we want the weight to be as evenly distributed as possible. Take the right arm and place it on the forearm on the thigh. Left arm comes straight up. Breathing here. Nice. Bring that left arm overhead. Oh, feel the length of your body along the left side. Nice. Go ahead and bring it back into Warrior Two. Go ahead and straighten the front leg. Drop the arms. Turn the palm up on the right hand. Inhale the right arm up. All right. And just reach towards, let the left arm drop down the leg and reach behind you. So reaching up out of this right hip, and you can bend that leg, that knee, if it feels like it might be more interesting. So for me, yeah, like a little bend just kind of feels good. Inhale. On our next exhale, we're going to windmill the hands down. Back toes face forward. Go ahead, step it on up. Fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, reach. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, diving into the earth. Inhale, lift the heart. As we exhale, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to step the left leg back. We're going to rotate that left foot. Bend the front knee. Actually, right foot back. Sorry. Bend the front knee and windmill it up into warrior. So warrior on the other side. Sinking in here for a moment. Again, checking in with the feet. So my guess is that front foot is pretty firmly on the earth and even. How's the back foot, right? So are you rolling to the outside, the inside, or is the weight evenly distributed? Paying attention to that. Go ahead, bend the left arm. Right arm comes straight up out of the shoulder socket towards the sky, so shoulders are stacked. Breathing here. Reach over the head towards where the wall and the ceiling meet, stretching along the right side of the body. You can really reach into that right hand, pulling out of that right hip. Nice. Inhale it back into warrior. Exhale, release the hands, straighten the legs. Flip that front palm over, facing away from you. Lift up while simultaneously letting the right hand drop down the leg and reach behind you. Nice. Again, pay attention to what you're doing. As you lift up, you can sort of feel that in that front hip. Maybe, hopefully. This is where I really miss the feedback. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to windmill it back down, hands back down. Back toes come forward. Go ahead, step forward. Let's hang out in a forward fold for a moment. Top of the head towards the earth. If the hands don't touch the earth yet, grab opposite elbows, bring the top of the head down. You don't really want the hands hanging out. It's uncomfortable if they're not anchored somewhere. Let's bend the knees. Bend them a little bit more. Go ahead and drop that booty down. All right? Bring the arms to center. And then from here, we're going to lift the torso, but we're going to keep the booty low. All right? Breathing here for a moment. See how low you can go. Woo! Hold. 5, 4, feel that strength. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it up. Nice. Kick it out a little bit. Good job. All right. Woo. All right. Left arm. Nice big circles. Going wide. All right. I like to let the arm drop as it comes to the back, like it's really swinging motion. Then come forward. Nice. Right arm. I don't know, I'm not really counting. I'm just like, how does it feel? And then come forward. And release. And just shrug a little bit. Shrug a few times. Okay, beautiful. Let's come down into a squat for a moment. I saw something today. Oh shoot, I'm not going to be able to remember, but I saw a squat today that looked really, oh, I know what it was. They took their bolster, they put a block under the bolster and then the bolster on top of the block and then squatted down onto that. So like if this is not available, there's tricks, right? Things we can do. All right, let's come on to hands and knees for a moment. I'm going to turn sideways for a sec. So we'll do a little cat-cow from here. So setting up nice and squared up. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and we're going to do some cat-cow. So we're going to round the back and then arch. Round the back, dropping the head, and arch. I like to inhale as I'm rounding. I like to exhale and compress the vertebrae as I'm arching. Make sure the weight, if it's on your hands, is not just into the heel of your hands. Like push into the fingers, right? Don't want to stress out the wrists. Couple more times, and then we're going to take it into a barrel roll. So next time you're in a rounded position, we're going to come out to the side. You're going to drop the chin and chest to the earth and roll it on up. And again, this is like, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Close your eyes, tune into that, inner child that we talked about in the beginning, that curious being inside that has no judgment, right? That is able to just fully enjoy his or her body. And feel the fluidity within you. Next time you're in a rounded position, let's reverse our circle going in the opposite direction. Nice. So you can be over the feet, you can be over the shoulders, you can be over the center. Again, there is just no right or wrong way. This should be yummy and fun and interesting. And then we'll come back to center. And we'll come into child's pose. So I like to bring the big toes together, take the knees out a little bit, bring the booty down onto the heels, and then drop the belly and the forehead and breathe. And just breathe into this for a moment, right? Like really relaxing into this pose. Check the jaw. All right, and then we're going to come back into our table pose. We're going to sit back for a moment. All right, I'm going to breathe here for a moment. So we're going to do some balancing poses here on the floor. If you have a block, it might be useful. If you don't have a block, don't panic, right? Like it's okay. The good news about balancing on the floor is that if we fall, we're already really close to the ground, right? So it's okay. All right, so I have fallen doing these videos, and so it's there forever. All right, but if you have a block, it might be helpful. So I'm gonna grab a block. We're gonna come up onto our knees. And let's just come up and down a couple times, just kind of strengthen the thighs a little bit. So up and down. I like to put my hands on my hips, up and down. Breathing as we go. And then slow it down, right? Like really slow up an inch at a time. Feel those thighs, right? All the way up, nice. And then down, nice and slow, right? How slow can you go? Oh, nice. All right, go ahead and come on up. So let's start with our right leg. We're gonna reach that right leg out. And here's my feeling about the foot. So you might want to point the toes forward, or you might want to point them away. I would say to do whatever makes you feel the most balanced and safest, all right? If you have that block, you're going to bring it over to the right side. If you don't have the block, we're going to just come down onto the earth. So maybe bring that block lower, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out with the left hand down onto the earth, or your block, all right? So you can come down onto the earth, right? Either way, but that block's gonna give you a little bit more height, right? Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift that right arm straight up. So that, again, the shoulders are stacked. So we have this T position of the arms, all right? Then what you might wanna do with that left foot is float it towards the center a little bit to give you a wider base. Because like I said, we're gonna do some balance. So we're gonna see if we can lift up the right leg, okay? So do you feel that in that right hip? All right, little work there. And we're gonna hold this, and we're gonna breathe. So again, if you have the block, it might be a little bit more accessible on the block, but it's doable on the earth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't drop your leg. Drop your hand, and then can you float your leg in front of you at that height? Oh, right? And then float it back. Again, nice and slow. One more time. Let's float it in front of us. You got it. And then float it back, and then gently release the right leg to the earth. Push back up. Go ahead and bring that right knee in. Let's just sit for a moment and breathe. Okay, how'd that feel? Was that good? Was that okay? All right. Again, we may have to start doing this on Zoom so that I can see you, because I miss you. All right, if you've got that block and you're using it, you're going to bring it over to the other side, the right side. If you're coming down onto the earth, that's fine too. All right, come on back up. This time, right leg comes out. Left leg, sorry, I'm doing it backwards. Again, toes are like, foot's wherever it's most comfortable, where you feel stable and supported, all right? Again, what we're going to do is you might want to take that right leg and sort of rotate it in a little bit so that your base is a little wider, right? As we drop the right hand either onto the block or onto the earth, left arm comes up. So again, we've got this nice little T going on, nice open chest, and then we're going to lift the left leg up, and we're going to hold, and we're going to breathe. So again, if you're up on the block, I think it's a little easier, but it's doable on the ground. All right? So breathing into this, hold. Nice. Chest is open. Like you can even pull that left arm back a little bit. Nice. 5, 4, 3, breathe. 2, 1. We're going to drop the hand. We're going to float the left leg towards the front. Oh, and back. Can you feel that in the leg that's stable? Right? You've got stabilizing muscles going on here. Woo. Nice. Let's do it one more time. Float it forward. Good job on the hips. And back. Gently release it to the earth. Push the torso up, bring that left knee in, and let's sit for a moment. Good job. Rock a little bit here. Whew. Okay. In fact, we'll do a little stretch here. So as you come into child's pose, let me move here so you can see me. What we're going to do from child's pose is we're going to drop the booty off the left side. So you might feel a little stretch into that left glute. And breathe. And then see if you can surrender just a little more. Like, can you just let that left glute float towards the earth a little more on the exhale? Nice. And as we come through center, on an inhale, we exhale to the other side. You might notice that one side is a little juicier than the other, right? Oh. Again, try to just exhale into it. See if on the exhale you can just drop that right glute down a tad more. Go ahead, come back to center. Roll it on up. And breathe here for a moment. Nice deep breaths. All right, so we'll do a little movement to just sort of release whatever might be building up in there. All right? So from a position of hands and knees, we're going to take the left foot out to the left. And we're going to walk it forward. So it's basically at a 90-degree angle from my left knee. Okay? And come on up. So does this make sense? So it's not straight on like 90-degree angles. It's kind of out here a little bit. Does that make sense? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of slide into this. We can use the arms to help. And so after you've done this a couple of times, you might go, I think I can move that leg out a little bit further, right? You decide what works for you. Nice. All right, we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to switch sides. So again, now that you've done it, you might realize that you can walk that right foot out a little bit. So move a couple times first, and then bring the arms in. Nice. So this is that fascia, right? This is that kind of inner line of fascia, moving that, releasing that. 5, nice. 4, 3, beautiful. 2, 1. Back to center. All right. Oh, good job. Okay, let's bring it onto our back. So come onto your bottom first. Bend the knees. We'll do a little bit of core work here. How are we doing? Are we doing like fabulously? Okay. I miss you guys. All right. Sitting up nice and tall. So again, starting from a position of openness, right? So we're not like this, right? We're nice and tall, sitting up nice and tall. So that might mean for you taking the feet a little further apart. Like take a moment to figure out what that means for you and where it works. And how does it feel? Like, is it okay? Then we're going to release the arms out to the side. And we're going to start to slowly come down. Nice and slow. When you get to that point where you really feel all your core muscles kick in, pulse a little bit. All right? Nice. Breathe. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down nice and slow. Oh, nice. Breathing here for a moment. Pausing, breathing. Go ahead and bring the arms up overhead. Keep the knees bent for a moment. And again, take a moment to just notice where the body's touching the earth. It changes. Bring the arms back down next to the body. Okay, tuning into the back. And then see if you can release and relax here a little more. Close the eyes. And then go ahead and lift the arms up overhead, all the way above your head onto the earth, noticing what happens to the spine and the back's connection to the earth as you do that. Jaws relaxed. One more time. Bring the arms back down next to the body. I don't know about you, but I find this so interesting, right? Again, bring the arms up overhead on an inhale, reaching above the head. Reach towards the wall behind you. And notice. All right, now bend the elbows, bring the arms wide so you're in that sort of cactus victory pose, all right? Bring the feet a little closer to the torso. Walk them a little bit further apart from each other. Tune into the back again. See if we can relax that back. Like really be aware of the low belly and the lower back. Can you zip up the low belly to push that low back onto the earth? All right. As we keep it connected, as we come through center. As we exhale, we'll exhale the knees to the left. Head rolls with the knees. Oh. Inhale through center. Connect the low back. Zip up the low belly. Exhale, knees to the right. Head rolls. Again, as we inhale through center, we connect the low back, we zip up the low belly, and then we allow grace, gravity, and the exhale to take the legs to the opposite side. Head can roll with the knees. Breathing as we go. And just feel the yumminess of this for a moment. Nice. Next time the legs come down to the right, let's hang out there for a moment. So as we hang out here, we're going to really turn the head to the right. We're going to let that left leg get heavy. Some of you like to take your right foot and place it on the left knee. You decide what works for you. Gently straighten the left arm, reaching towards the wall behind you, at the same time pushing that left knee down. Feel the length along the left side of the body. Breathe. Nice. Beautiful. Soften the left elbow. Inhale the knees and head through center. Pause here for a moment and just notice what has happened. Next time you exhale, exhale the knees to the left, head rolls. And go ahead and come all the way onto the left ear. Let that right leg get heavy. Again, some of you like to take that left foot and place it on your right knee. You do what's best for you. And breathe. Always doing what's best for you, right? Like in each moment of every day, do what's best for you. Reach the right arm towards the back wall. Oh, feel the length along the right side of the body, like really appreciating you. Nice. Soften the right arm. Inhale, knees and head to center. Pause here. Go ahead and bring the hands to the belly and breathe. Let the shoulders get heavy. Bring the knees into the chest and let's rock and roll a little side to side. Okay, so I thought we'd do a little bit more stretching on the hips and then I wanted to do some more back openers, chest openers, right? So, Coming back to center, releasing both feet onto the earth. All right, so feet are about hip distance apart, arms are next to the body, palms are down for a moment. And again, just like pause here, breathe, check in. How's it going? All right, let's start with the left leg. We're gonna lift the left leg up towards the sky, okay? We're gonna flex the left foot and then we're gonna rotate the entire leg from the leg socket. We're gonna drop that left ankle onto the right knee, just below the knee onto the thigh. You're going to gently push that left knee away, creating this lovely little triangle, okay? This might be enough. You might want to bring that right knee in. So we do that, and you can either grab underneath the right knee or outside the right knee, right? So that left hand comes in the middle of the triangle, right hand comes along the outside of the right leg. And then, like rock a little side to side, just a little, right? Enough to sort of find the sweet spot, like wherever that is for you today in this moment. I find it changes, but once you find it, see if you can settle in here and breathe. Can you relax the head, the jaw, the face, the throat? Kind of hard to relax the upper back, right? If you're grabbing onto that right leg, you're kind of squishing your the front of the chest. That's okay. Breathe. What I'd really love to do on Thursdays, I'd love to do a practice using the wall. So, like, let me know how many of you have a wall available for the yoga practice, because I think it would be fun if we could use the wall. A few more breaths there. What is a few? More than 2. I think it's less than 6. Nice. Gently release the right foot to the earth. Shake that left leg out a little bit. And let's extend both legs onto the earth and just pause here for a moment and notice what has happened. And breathe. Again, just taking a moment to be in awe of you, like in wonder of you, like how fabulous are you right now in this moment? I think you're pretty fabulous. I mean, look, you know, the world is a little crazy, you know, but you're here, you're doing this, you're committed, right? I mean, to me that makes, that shows something, right, of your fabulousness. Go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Pausing here again. And notice if the back feels any different. And like if there's this sense of openness and release there. Go ahead and bring the right leg towards the sky. Flex the right foot. Rotate the right leg out to the right. Drop that right ankle onto the left knee or the left thigh just below the knee. All right? Gently push that right knee away. So we're creating this lovely little triangle here. And then, again, for some of us, this might be enough. Like, this is good. Right here, right now, I'm good. Some of you might want a little more intensity. So you bring that left knee in. Again, hands can come under the knee or outside. Right hand comes into that circle, into that triangle. Oh. And then, again, we're going to rock just a little bit side to side until we find that spot that feels the most interesting and useful. And then we're going to hang out here and breathe. And you're just going to notice what's happening. What's the internal dialogue? Like, is there an internal dialogue? I don't know. You know, it's, I feel like I have an internal dialogue that I then externalize. But, you know, that's obviously part of my job as a teacher. But let me tell you, I'm like that all the time. So breathing here, which so back to our earlier conversation about being a grandparent or a great aunt or a great uncle or something like that. There's something like so much more fun and freeing about that. I don't know, I just always felt that as a parent, this like huge responsibility that my children turn out well. It took me a long time to realize that it's not entirely up to me. Right? They all have their own path. But again, it just seems like a lot of pressure. And I think right now, I can't imagine being, the parent of a small or school-aged child right now. It must be very challenging. A few more breaths. Oh, and then notice how it starts to kind of tighten up a little bit and see if you can release it out again. All right, beautiful. Go ahead and release the left foot to the earth. Shake that right leg out. Again, let's extend both legs down onto the earth. Arms are down, palms are up, and let's just breathe here for a moment. And see if you can take a moment to measure the overall feeling compared to how we felt when we first laid down. So I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning of class I said, oh my gosh, I feel like I don't stretch enough. Wow, wow, wow. Well, like now I feel great. I feel totally stretched out and fabulous. Let's bring the feet sole to sole, knees out to the side. Go ahead and float those arms out so they're a little bit more like a T. In this surrender pose for a moment. We'll breathe here. Deep breathing. Face is relaxed. Jaw is relaxed. Throat is relaxed. Nice. Bring the arms a little bit closer. Roll the palms down. Bring the knees up to center. Walk the feet apart a little bit, and then you can allow the knees to drop towards each other just to shorten the inner thigh muscles, and then gently rock the head a little side to side. Go ahead and bring the knees into the chest, and let's rock it out a little. Let's do happy baby. So from here, right, what we do is we have those knees a nice distance apart. We bring the feet up towards the sky. Hands come to the arch of the feet if possible, right? So some of us, it might be easier to grab onto the outside of the ankle or even the calf. I like to bring my hands inside my legs and grab onto the arch of the foot and then rock a little here. One of my favorite poses to do with kids. This was always fabulous. Nice. And then coming back to center, go ahead and bring the hands outside the legs. Push the legs together, bend the knees. And let's rock up for a moment. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a passive stretch on the front of the chest and the upper back. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to find a blanket, a towel, and what you want to do is you want to roll it up to give yourself the semblance of essentially like one of these bolsters. So if you have this kind of bolster, like that's even better. If you have one of the big bolsters, you could use that too. But a towel or a blanket will work, all right? And what we're going to do is we're going to bring it on the mat and we're going to position it so that it is at the shoulder blades, right? Keep the knees bent to start. And let's come down. Oh. And you might have to take, it might take like a couple times to figure it out, right? And what we want to do is we want to be able to bring the arms in that sort of cactus pose. If that's really uncomfortable, you can bring them out to the side, okay? But if it's possible to bring them into that cactus pose, like I can really feel a pull on my right shoulder. So part of me is like, oh, it hurts so good, maybe I should just hang out here. But then again, I don't want to pay for this tomorrow. So I'm probably going to straighten my right arm, but I'm going to keep the left arm bent. So again, you get to decide what works best for you. So I'm sort of doing this, right? Because that's just what's working. You decide and breathe. Now the legs, I like to bring my legs crisscross and just drop them down. It doesn't matter. You can keep the knees bent, feet on the floor. You could extend the legs straight out. Whatever works best for you, but we're going to hang out here for a bit. We really want to let the fascia release in the front of the chest. We really want to open things up a little bit. We want to breathe. So coming into that nice deep breathing, and maybe we can sort of notice what's happening with the spine, right? There's this nice little arch going on. Just noticing that. Noticing where the resistance is. So now that we've been in this pose for a while, I can bend that right elbow. It's a little more comfortable. So again, taking the time to figure out what works for you and how you can deepen the pose. And remember, it's always nice to know where the edge is, but I would strongly suggest backing off a little bit, right? Good to know where the edge is, back off a little bit. Standing on the edge is stressful, right? We don't need to be stressed. We can still get, a really useful stretch without activating the sympathetic nervous system. So that's really what we're trying to do here, right? Is keep the parasympathetic nervous system activated as we stretch deeply. A few more breaths here. Nice, deep breathing, slow, deep breathing. All right, ever so gently, bring the arms back down next to the body. Whichever is your dominant side, roll over to the dominant side, move that bolster out, and let's come flat. Extend the legs out, arms are out, palms are up. Maybe the arms are halfway between the T and next to the body. And just feel how much more open, like how much easier it is to have the shoulders open, the front of the chest open, the collarbones wide. Rock the head a little side to side. Nice, bringing the head back to center. All right, so we're going to come into our final meditation from here. So take a moment to make yourselves as comfortable as possible. If you want to turn off the light, if you want to, bring the feet in Baddha Konasana, maybe wrap the ankles in that blanket, maybe bring a blanket under your head, like whatever you want to do, like just take a moment to do that, right? I think Baddha Konasana with the ankle support is kind of nice. Coming down onto the earth, palms are up. Now let's just breathe together, right? Maybe we'll do some pranayama. So we'll do some counted breathing. So we're going to inhale to the count of 6, hold to 3, exhale to 6, hold to 3. And then Again, if we were in class, I would see if it's okay to up it a little bit, but let's start with that, all right? So, hopefully you've found your comfortable spot. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3. Release that practice. Allow the breath to happen. Allow the feet to relax, the ankles, the calves, the shins, the knees relax. Allow the thighs to sink into the earth. Let the femur bone get heavy, releasing into the earth. The pelvic floor is relaxed, the buttocks, the hips, the belly relax. Lower back and the waist are tension-free and relaxed. Your internal organs are healthy and relaxed, including your lungs and your heart. Your spine, your spinal cord, your vertebrae, relaxed, released, open, spacious, connected to the earth. Feel the shoulder blades soften. Allow the rib basket to widen. Collarbones open. Shoulders pour from the body. And the arms get heavy. Relaxing the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. The back of the neck and the throat is relaxed. That fifth chakra is a clear channel between the head and the heart. Allow the base of the skull to widen. Relax the jaw, the mouth, the tongue, the lips, the cheeks. Allow the skull to get heavy. Forehead brightens, crown chakra opens. So the entire body is completely at peace and relaxed. And imagine that you're lying on the earth, someplace sacred and safe to you. So it could be the beach, the mountains, a lake, the forest, the desert. Someplace that's sacred and meaningful. It could be someplace you've never been, just someplace in your imagination. It could be the backyard. But take a moment and tune into the earth here in this sacred place, your place. And as you picture yourself on the earth in your sacred place, feel the energy from our planet seeping into your body. Feel the energy from the sky and the sun and the moon permeating your body from above. Tuning into your place. What does it smell like?
What is the temperature? What are the colors? Knowing that this is your special sacred place. Like no harm can befall you here. This is where you feel connected to spirit. Mother, Father, God, Goddess, whatever you call it. Feel it, the connection here now. Energy, prana, chi. Many different names for the same thing. Just like the idea that there are many paths up the mountain, but the view from the top is the same. And just because somebody is not on your path does not mean they are lost. And so knowing right now, right here, you are whole, perfect, and complete, that curious inner child that we spoke about earlier is present. You feel more connected to her or him right now. You are whole, perfect, and complete. Anything is possible and nothing is necessary. Very gently, coming back here now to this place, this time, breathing a little deeper. Maybe wiggling the fingers and toes. Aware of the body on the earth again. Aware of the breath. And when you're ready, rolling over onto one side of the body, whichever side feels most appropriate, bending the knees, just hugging this feeling to you for a moment longer, knowing you've done something good for yourself, you've done something good for the planet. We have the ability to project peace out into the world one breath at a time. She could certainly use it right now. And then when you're ready, gently pushing yourselves up into a comfortable seated position. And so let's allow the palms to find each other in front of the heart, right? Maybe, bowing the head in gratitude and grace and humility. And then if you care to, you can join me in a single Om. So we lift the chin so that it's parallel to the earth. We take a nice deep breath in together. And we say namaste. I wish you light and happiness. I thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice with me. Take some time this week to tune into that inner child, that curious being inside that has no judgment and just is full of wonder and interest and curiosity. And And in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other.
Namaste.